The National Famine Museum at Strokestown Park and Irish Heritage Trust are screening this film as part of the Great Famine Voices Roadshow 2020 online event series. The Great Famine Voices Roadshow is funded by the Government of Ireland Emigrant Support Programme.
My name is Michael Boyle. I'm a former university lecturer at the University of Liverpool. My family history is, we often say that we have our own diaspora running, because on both sides of my family I have Irish roots and also I have black roots. You can probably tell by looking at me. If I can talk about my mother's mother first, my great-grandparents on that side of the family. My great-grandmother came from Dublin, was born and reared in Dublin. My great-grandfather was from Africa, West Africa, three towns here, Leone. He came to this country, was educated in Edinburgh, passed out as a ship's captain, but he was never allowed to sail a ship out of Liverpool because the crews at that time in the 1800s wouldn't take orders from a black captain. So he always sailed as first mate. His name was James Barnclough Boyce. His grandfather was a slave on the island of Barbados. If ever you go to Barbados, you'll see Boyce's garage, Boyce's hire cars, and somewhere along the line, they must be related to me. On my father's side of the family, my grandmother was white, and my grandfather was from the West Indies. My grandmother, her family came from County Mayo, and they came into this city around about mid-1840s. Their name was McHale. And we have a bar in Liverpool called McHale's. On 51st Street in New York, there's a McHale's. So there's all of these kind of connections in terms of my Irish roots. And again, I'm very, very proud of that. I'm very proud of the fact that I have this mixed heritage. And it's something people don't talk about a great deal. But if you look at Liverpool, and you particularly look at the Pitt Street and Park Lane district of the city, which is the southern end of the city, you see this melting pot, or salad bowl effect, as the urban geographers would describe it, of people of all different races rubbing shoulder to shoulder with each other, because this originally was the area of the emigrants' houses, where people would be going from Europe off to America, Australia and Canada on the White Star liners and the Cunard liners. Irish people who came to the city and settled here, not just up in the north end of the city, but a high concentration also settled in the southern end of the city to escape the famine, and kept coming after that. And if you look at the census material, you see all the Irish names alongside of Spanish names, Portuguese names, Armenian names, Russian names, because they were the emigrant houses, as they called them. The people would be in a holding condition in the houses until they boarded the ships to take them off for a new life. As well as that, you had seamen coming here to Liverpool. And again, as my two grandparents realised, if you like, my great-grandfather coming from West Africa and marrying an Irish woman and settling here in Henry Street, just off Duke Street again, just near Pitt Street at the southern end of the city. On the other side of the family, my grandma, Margaret Ann Dearden, was born and reared there, but her mother came over from Ireland, married a West Indian man, my grandfather Boyle, Arnold Boyle, settled in Liverpool, and eventually moved to New York. So, and had I've got aunts and uncles born in America as well as born here. So it's that urban tapestry, rich urban tapestry and ethnic tapestry that really sums up my family history.